All right, guys, today is the 3rd of July 2025. Crazy Market Talk with KEL. Be crazy with crazy. All right, guys, we are now 2 days away from 5th of July, 1 day away from 4th of July. Now, 4th of July is the US Independence Day. So it will be a shortened week for trading. Thursday will be half day, Friday it will be closed. So you got a long weekend for trading. So it's either that we're going to have some buying today or we're going to see some profit taking today and tomorrow. Let's see how it goes. All right. Now the next thing is that on Saturday, which is the 5th of July, I'm not sure at all whether we will have the calamity that everybody is speculating. All right. Yesterday I was watching YouTube itself, right? Oh my goodness, entire my page. Of course, the algorithm plays a part, yeah. Everybody was just talking about the Takashi, which is the manga artist who talk about the potential calamity that will happen. Now, to me, it's very simple, guys. If everybody thinks that it will happen, then usually it won't happen. Okay, it's just like what we saw previously that in 1999, everybody was worried for the Millennium Bug. Then, of course, nothing had happened. So maybe there's some Avengers outside trying to save the world. Someone had basically create something in the world to just terminate all this calamity, right? All right, so to me, that is how I view it. All right, then of course, if something really happened, we will do our best. All right, crazy, and you guys will do our best to help out if there's really a need for that. Yeah, that's something that we are committed to do. All right, so after that as well, let's continue. Make sure that disclaimer apply as usual, and also at the same time as well, we will do a review of what happened to yesterday's market. All right, so now let's talk about the macro picture first. The macro picture, let me bring it to you right now. Here we go. Okay, so what do we have for the macro picture? Now we do things like this, right? A good trader successfully is will do three things. We would understand the macro picture, then the micro picture, and then the details. So what is macro? Macro is basically what happened last night in the US market, anything pertaining to the US economy and what's happening now to the market that we're going to trade on. That's a macro picture, okay? The micro itself is that basically go into the strategy and see whether it's time to buy or want to sell. Should we buy? Should we sell? What's the amount? Okay. Detail is where we calculate the money management. What's the size we're supposed to enter? Where's our TP level? And where's our trailing stop? This is the difference between macro, micro, and details. All right. So that's what I'm doing every day. Now, the things that I don't do per day itself is the detail on the Zoom session because this, like, it's really neat. It's up to you guys of what the size you'll be trading and stuff like that. Yeah. Okay. So that's the difference here. All right. We're going to go into that. But someone asked me this, Kel, why don't you just cover the indicators and we're done with? I think that that's very irresponsible if you ask me itself. Yeah, I think that we should look at the macro picture. So the S&P 500 closes at another record high on Wednesday after Donald Trump announces the Vietnam-US deal. Okay, so what happened there? So apparently it's all right. There was a very bad ADP number yesterday, but the market just shoved it away. They just concentrate on the US-Vietnam deal. All right. So what is happening is that Donald Trump on the Truth Social, about the deal between US and Vietnam. The deal includes a 20% tariff import from Vietnam. And the thing is, the share of Nike, which manufactures approximately half of its footwear in Vietnam, is 4% higher. So that means that they were looking at a much higher tariff on Vietnam, but now reduced for 20%. So the market kind of like it. Okay, that's how it goes. All right. But what was scary, in my opinion, was that ADP shows the private sector lost 33,000 jobs last month. That means that people lost their jobs. It's not lesser jobs, it's actually lost their job and marks the first monthly decline in ADP payroll since March 2023. And the thing is this, the economists that polled by the Dow Jones was expecting 100,000 increment. So they're 133,000 wrong. How can you be so screwed up? Sometimes it's not right. That's why I tell you guys, really, what's in front of us is clear. I am very adamantly sure that we will see a technical recession. Now, why I use a good technical recession? Now, technical recession means that, right, the numbers are bad, but the economy can still be moving. A recession that is a full-blown recession is that when the numbers are bad and everybody get hit. Now, why do I say that? Because we have Federal Reserve waiting to print. The more they print, the more money is in the market, the stock market will go up. So that will give you a very false front that the market is doing well. But you cannot deny that if you are having a stock market going up, but your friends around you are losing their jobs. I mean, seriously? Unless you're telling me that they'll convert themselves to a stock trader, But you know that if the stock market goes into a full-blown hype, then usually that is where the government people, the boys, will come in to really go for the kill, and that will really knock off the market. So that's what's happening right now, in my opinion. Yeah. So the thing is this: if ADP can be negative, then what will happen to the what do you call NFP? Now NFP will be, I think, tomorrow, right? NFP. So the NFP numbers, let us take a look. Yeah, let me just bring it to you. I also forgot the number. Hold on, give me a moment. Now what you can do is I go to investing.com. I like this website very much because I think it's very, very detailed and it's very easy to find and it's pretty updated. Yeah, investing.com. Okay, so what I can do is I go to a calendar under economic calendar, and then you will have this one here, which is your numbers of yesterday. So tomorrow what we have is US Independence Day, and this week itself we should have the NFP, right? So the NFP is supposed to come out, yeah, tonight, Thursday, yeah, which today? Okay, Thursday. Okay, Thursday. Wait a minute. Yeah, I'm Singapore time. Okay, Thursday, today, and then you will have the NFP data. So the thing is this, you see the market was looking at about 100,000. So for the forecast by KEL negative 33,000. So the NFP is expecting 120,000, which I think that now will be by maybe 30 to 50,000. So we will see how it goes, yeah. Unless they decide to, as usual, do the Kelong part. So I think that we're going to have between 30 to 50,000 jobs. Okay, that's how I feel that will happen this today itself, because I'm very, very sure that the numbers, the unemployment will start to increase, sorry, increase, employment decrease. Yeah, that's something I've been watching and been very vocal on this. Okay, but it's really all happening according to plan. Okay, so you can see that badly missing expectation of 100,000 increase. So it's so badly forecasted by these people, and they're supposed to be the economies, they're supposed to be the best of the best, and this is how they give us so ridiculous number. Yeah. Then, of course, we have Microsoft now saying that they're going to lay off 9,000 employees. So again, if the company is doing well, why are they laying off? It's simply because they need to make sure that their earnings maintain. So when the share price maintain, the share price goes up, everybody's happy. Yeah, this is how they've been doing. Now, Tesla report a 14% decline in vehicle delivery. So it's making the second straight year-on-year drop. And the thing is this, because everyone was looking at the worse than 14%, so the stock actually recovered. Okay, so everybody expecting a bad number, but because the bad number is not so bad, the share price rebounded. Okay, that's how it works. Yeah. Now, what is also very scary and something that we talked about yesterday, remember, we've been talking about buying crude oil, and yesterday, as we kind of expected, the oil price shoot up by 3% as Iran suspend cooperation with UN nuclear watchdog. Okay, so obviously, so by doing that, everybody's worried that actually this Iran has not actually played down their so-called promise of a stoppage or ceasefire, but maybe there's something at the back. So it will be very, very crazy if, let's say, Iran decided to come back. Now, the way that Iran is doing now is exactly what Iraq had been doing previously itself. Yeah, so interesting. So all I can say is this: we were spot on crude oil. We profited from crude oil. For those who have made money together, I'll show the chart later on. All right. Okay, so that is the macro. Now let's do the micro, which is the view of the market right now. Yeah. Okay, let's look at gold first to begin with, the start of the day. Okay, so gold. Okay, this is where again we have to review what we said yesterday. Yesterday and the day before, above OP we buy, above OP we buy. Now this morning when the gold opens right at 3357, it went to 3365. Missed our KCB by just $2, just by a bit. Then after that, the price reversed. All right, then the question will ask, Cal, how come just now when your goal was 3360, I say, how come your goal at 3360, right, your KSI can be red? The price is going up. The price is 3357, and the price went to 3360. But why was your KSI red? I mean, the price is going up, right? And then that's my point, guys. That's my point. Our KSI got nothing to do with the price action. I said this a million gazillion times. Nothing. So which means that as the price was escalating, the boys were actually selling. And this isn't that the fact that what we are telling you that the KSI is a standalone. And if you believe in what you saw, then when the market breaks below the opening price, you know that the market will definitely sell. The market will definitely sell. And that was what actually happened. So this is why I say it's so powerful that this indicator of mine is really will be very helpful if you know how to utilize it to your advantage. Yeah? So nonetheless, today now the gold has came down, but it also means the KCB 3339 waiting here actually. Oh gosh, it hit about 3341, then rebounded already. Okay, it's like another here or there. So what do I expect to see? Okay, two things first. There is a MA at 3346 right now that is holding the market. Okay, this MA is critical. If the market can touch on it a few times and then rebound, then maybe yes, this will be the bottom and we may see gold shooting up in the near future. But if the market closed below the MA30, then that's it. The selling should be able to bring it back down again to the 3303 level. So the upside can go all the way. The KCB here itself is 3391. That will be the first target. Okay, but the ultimate target itself will be the high here. And if the wrong is the high should be at 3454. Yeah, 3454. Okay, so first target 3391. If the market can stay above the MA30, then its target itself can be as high as 3454. But if the gold prices do break down, then 3303 will be the target that we're looking at right now. If all clear, press number one right now. Yeah. Okay, so that is the gold outlook for today. And just now I saw there was some question being asked about the 5 minute chart, right? Okay, so I know Nigel did a good job by answering this, but just to show you how does it work. Okay, so this morning there is a 4 diamond in the morning. So by right, that's where you draw a line, right? Okay, by drawing a line, that is where you can buy if you really choose to do that. Okay, then after that, because there's no more new diamonds, so you have to move the line until you come here. And once you see the color change from yellow to red, something is very wrong already. So you should actually consider to cut your position and turn short. Now, if you basically, if you've done that, if you have turned short, then your stop loss, just put it here. Remember, when you short something, right, your stop loss will be placed at the candle, the red candle that breaks the line. If the happen the break one is too short, you go for the next bigger one. Yeah. So the risk reward is here. Okay. Now I want to show you the magic trick here. So everyone, you take a calculator out, you'll see the magic trick. Okay, guys, this is the OP of the day, right? OP is 3357. Okay. The KTR plus one is 3371. Okay, so very simple, guys. Take these two numbers, add together, then divide by 2. What number do you get? Now, the thing is this, I do this almost every day when I have time, okay? But if I'm traveling, I will do that. But I'll show you a very simple trick the boys use. And if you actually practice this, you will roughly know why there is a very simple way to make money every morning yourself. All right, every day, yes. So number is 3364, yeah? The two ladies in the office already done that. Okay, so let's do that now. Everybody take a look, Okay, all right, click this and then I put 3364, yeah. Now watch out, guys. I think you should know answer it right. Yes, voila. The market stopped somewhere around there. So, and that is a problem here. When the market is supposed to go up easily, stop at the midpoint and then doesn't go higher, right? That is always my point that I was very concerned. So the thing is this, we all know that if the market cannot go to KTR plus one, and then if you reverse below OP and the boys are selling, no need to see. There is a 95% chance that we'll see KTR minus one. Understand that? So if you have shorted the market right here, you will take your profit and short it all the way to KTR minus one. Okay. Although KTR plus one and KTR minus one, the probability is 80 to 85% from both sides. But when the market fail on one side, the reversal itself is as high as 95%. So that is the reason why recently I created a robot. Okay, then I've been testing it very rigorously because I had so much failure in the past. And then the final thing is that I have a good robot now And the statistic is incredible. It's really the long and short is the same number, but the interesting part is that right, the percentage itself right is ridiculous. Okay, I'll show you in the future. So my point is this, guys. So why got the blue orange arrow? Because the market breaks below OP and below pivot 2. That's why the orange arrow will appear to inform you that the market is resistant. Yeah. And then after that, why got green dots? Green dot is because of the market hitting the MA30. Okay, so when you have a hit MA30, it's either this way or this way. Okay, the market have a choice, but the market now very interestingly is sideways for quite a while already. We will see how it goes. So either gonna see this or to see this. I think the market gonna see this 3391. But now the boys are buying very strongly over here itself. So let's see how it goes later. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 2 right now. Yeah. So trading is quite fun if you know how to play the numbers. And of course, the question is here, how do you know KTR plus one first? What made you think of KTR plus one? Guys, that's what you paid me for. I've been doing the homework for you. I've been doing all the calculation for you. And the best is that the system that I created itself, right, know where are the resistance. So think about this. That is crazy, right? Yeah, okay. Got idea, yeah? Okay, excellent. Let's just look at the other market right now. Now, the thing is this, I am definitely getting more and more excited with my own product, and I can tell you this, we have a lot of traction now from Vietnam instead, right? One country that we really didn't really emphasize that much was I don't have people there, but suddenly it's all right. The traction in Vietnam is really, really going crazy. So if you have friends who is in Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh or Hanoi, and they like trading and stuff, right? You can just refer them to yourself. And when we open the market over there, you can just basically, work with them and get your own extra passive income. Yeah. Okay. So now the thing is this, let's look at this Dow Jones chart right now. Now I know and I know and I know. I've been living this for the last 7, 8 days. KL, why the KSI is still red? Why can't it turn green? I can buy big, big. That's not the way we practice this, yeah? Okay, so anyway, today now we have to take care of a few things, yeah? Number one, we have a very tight pivot, very tight. When the pivot get tight, right, that means that the market is likely going to be turning or either going to be a turning point or the market is going to go into a very big explosive upside. So which means in this case right now, the either Dow Jones going to shoot past and hit past the roof. We'll see it going to 45,000 maybe if it continue to go like this, or the market will collapse down all the way to 43,000. So the thing is this now, we're at 44,000, let's say 500, yeah? So the upside itself is 45,000. Okay, that is the upside that I think. But the downside itself can be as much as 43,000. Okay, so wow. Okay, so the upside itself is for 500 points to go, but the downside itself is 1,500 points to go. Now, why do I say that? Is it because I'm biased? No, because that's how the interpretation is right now. Because the market has squeezed, the pivot is squeezed down. It's like a, like a bot, like it's like a pressure cooker, right? It's being squeezed until now. So the market is like swing pull. So of course, I tell you this week already, for Monday, I told you there's a very good chance the Dow Jones will continue to go higher because it's 4th of July, Independence Day. And I did that research after Independence Day, usually the market will pull back. Not 100%, but usually the market will pull back. You can go back and do your this simple analysis. Just go to the 4th of July every month for the last few years. You draw a line, a vertical line at that, then you see what happens next up. But of course, not every time will be happening, but just that on general idea, okay? And with the KSI now red in color, I will be more careful. Now today is a DJDD Doji directional day, which means that the opening price will be pivotal. If the market stays up itself, it should be going to the 44,947, that one I mentioned, 45,000. If it goes down itself, right, then I tell you that this is my target, which is the MA30, which is here, I mean, in the long haul. Okay, all clear? If all clear, press number 3 right now. Okay, all right. So next one, look at the oil market. Okay, let's go bring oil. Hey, let's bring oil. Okay, so oil basically yesterday shot up, but this shoot up itself, right, is nothing yet because it's just that I still let you see my thing. Doesn't mean I make any war, anything here. So that's why this morning there's some pullback because why? The KSI is still red in color. The KCX is still blue in color, so there will be profit taking. So definitely, if the market cannot go higher, KTR -1 is almost confirmed, and obviously now it has happened already, I think. All right, so this morning the oil opened at $68.06. The MLP is 67.24. Buy right. If the market stays above OP, it's a buy. And the upside can be as high as $69.11. But remember, if the market cannot stay above OP and goes below OP, then naturally you'll go back down. And $67.30 should be the first support because it already got itself resisted at the MA30. Okay, so the question is, Kel, would this be a good buy right now? Like I say, what do you see? There's no yellow color, right? So you shouldn't be buying. And if you want to buy, then yesterday was a buying day because above OP can buy, but now it's below OP, so definitely cannot buy. Yeah, okay. All right, so that is the oil market right now. So let's see whether it can hold. Now, if oil later breaks and go above 69.11, that means reverse and go up. That means it will surpass this guy, right? Well, then that is very bullish already. So everybody, do yourself a favor, do this with me now. Find the MLP of this particular candle. Okay, the opening price of this guy is 78.15. Okay, the opening is 78.15. Yeah, that is the opening price. Okay, then the closing price here is 68.36. The 68.36. Okay, 68.36. Okay, so down by $10 as much. Huh? Okay, then just take these two numbers, add together, divide by 2. What number do we get? So anyone can tell me? 78.15 plus 68.36, then divide by 2. What number do we get? All right, Janet, very fast. $73.25. I think it's correct. Yeah? Okay, so that will be the number to watch out for. So I'm going to put it in. Yes. Okay, so I'm trying to say this. If the if crude oil can break above this number, then it will be going for will be the $73.25. Okay, that will be the minimum target. Usually the market will go, but as condition wise, is that the market stays above OP. Condition wise, the market has the KSI turning green. In conditional wise, the KCX has to be black in color. So when you have all these things all in place, then the market to go here itself is going to be very, very high chance. 73.25 level. Yep. So take down T Sun very, very important. Can take that for myself. Okay. All right, that's done for crude oil. Okay, the other market is Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin yesterday we were expecting to go down, but instead it shoot up, all right, because there are small news coming out on Bitcoin, and seemingly the US government think that the cryptocurrency can continue to move. So that's why the market initially dropped first, then the news came in and reversed. Of course, when you reverse itself, the boys came in strongly because yesterday what KSI was red also, right? So it reversed strongly, and then after that, it broke above the MA30, and that was very determined to go higher and went all the way up and basically covering a little bit here and there. Okay, so now the thing is this, where can Bitcoin go? Now I'm still very, very confident that Bitcoin will hit 130,000 by the end of this year. I repeat myself, I'm very confident that in the near term, the Bitcoin environment will hit 130,000. Okay, that is my personal target. I know that some of you are looking at 200,000, 300,000, some 1 million. You can think all you want. Yeah, I think for Bitcoin now, 130 will be a very, very fair level here. Okay, just to let you know for trivial purposes, you know that the Binance boss himself, right? What price did he buy this Bitcoin? He bought at about $600. So you can imagine how much money he made for himself. Yeah, he went all in to buy Bitcoin back then at $600, and I think still holding a portion of it itself. Yeah, interesting. All right, let's look at the currency market. Now, the currency market, we're talking about the dollar yen. The dollar yen is now still lowering, still lowering. Yeah, because the yen keep on appreciating in value, right? So now the thing is this, today why I focus on dollar yen, because we can see this thing happening again. The KSI has turned green. Interesting, while the market is going down. So that means that if the market goes up later, there's a very, very high chance it will go to the MA30, which is 144.40. 145 level. Okay, so that is the upside. But the thing is this: if the yen continue to strengthen and or the dollar continue to weaken, then there is a possibility that we may actually see the dollar yen coming down, breaking all the levels in until we see here, which is 141.97. Wow, that is a big move down. It's like 200 pips or 150 pips away lah. So why is it possible, right? Because as I mentioned to you, that if the dollar continue to weaken, that is very possible because of fear factor, that will basically push the currency even at the more dangerous position, because the currencies that when it gets strengthened, right, it's not what the country usually want. They want a balance. Yeah, if you're going to be an increment in value, you have to do it slowly. You can do it like just like, oh, because yesterday US dollar crashed, so the currency had to shoot up by 10-20%. That's not the way it works, though it is actually ongoing right now. Yeah. Okay, so that will be all for this morning first half session. Okay, we will take a short break and we go into the revision segment itself. Thank you very much.